Winter is coming. The days grow shorter, the air turns crisp, and a hush settles over the landscape as the first snowflakes begin to fall. For many, this is a season of beauty and wonder, but it's also a time of uncertainty and preparation. But what kind of winter will it be? Will we see gentle flurries or relentless blizzards? Will the cold be biting, or will it come and go in waves? These are questions that linger in the minds of everyone as the season approaches. That's the question that matters to everyone. Whether you're a parent planning for school closures, a commuter worried about icy roads, or someone simply hoping to stay warm, the answer shapes how we live through the months ahead. A severe winter can disrupt your commute, spike your heating bills, and even threaten your safety. Roads become treacherous, power lines can snap under the weight of ice, and even a simple trip outside can become a challenge. That's why we watch the skies, and the science behind them. We look for clues in the clouds, in the shifting winds, and in the data that meteorologists gather every day. My career has been about chasing storms and helping people prepare. I've seen firsthand how quickly conditions can change and how vital it is to be ready for whatever winter throws our way. Being ready is the difference between inconvenience and emergency. A little preparation can mean the difference between a safe, warm home and a night spent in the cold, waiting for help to arrive. This year, early signals point to a season we need to take seriously. Meteorologists are already seeing patterns that suggest more snow, colder temperatures, and the potential for major storms. Atmospheric patterns are shifting, and long-range models hint at an active, possibly severe winter. These models analyze everything from ocean temperatures to jet stream positions, giving us a glimpse into what might be coming. Forecasting has evolved. We now use supercomputers and global data, not just folklore. Gone are the days of relying on old sayings or the thickness of a woolly bear caterpillar's stripes. Today, we harness technology to make predictions more accurate than ever before. Every year, we get better at solving the puzzle of winter weather. Teams of scientists work around the clock, analyzing new data, refining models, and sharing information to keep us all informed and safe. This season, the pieces suggest cold and snow for much of the country. From the northern plains to the eastern seaboard, millions could be affected by storms that test our resilience and our readiness. Let's break down what the science is telling us. We'll look at the latest forecasts, examine the trends, and help you understand what to expect in your area. We'll explain the models, what they mean, and how you can get ready. From stocking up on supplies to making a family emergency plan, we'll cover the steps you can take to stay safe and comfortable. When it comes to winter, knowledge is your best defense. Staying informed can help you avoid danger, protect your loved ones, and make the most of the season's beauty. The cold is coming, let's make sure you're ready. Together we can face whatever winter brings, armed with information, preparation, and a little bit of courage. When it comes to predicting the weather weeks or even months in advance, meteorologists rely on sophisticated tools known as atmospheric models. These are not just simple forecasts. They are incredibly complex computer programs designed to simulate the behavior of our planet's atmosphere. By using advanced mathematics and physics, these models attempt to recreate how air, moisture, and energy move around the globe, giving us a glimpse into the future of our weather. To make these predictions, atmospheric models pull in real-time data from a variety of sources. Satellites orbiting high above the Earth provide a bird's-eye view of developing storms, while weather balloons launched from snowy landscapes collect crucial information about temperature, humidity, and wind at different altitudes. Ground stations, often braving harsh winter conditions, continuously monitor local weather, feeding their observations into the models. While these models are powerful, it's important to remember they aren't crystal balls. They can't predict every detail, but they remain our most reliable tool for making long-range weather outlooks, especially when it comes to anticipating winter storms and cold snaps. Among the many models used worldwide, the American GFS and the European ECMWF stand out as the most respected and widely referenced. Their forecasts are trusted by meteorologists across the globe for their accuracy and consistency. These models are powered by supercomputers capable of running trillions of calculations every second. They divide the atmosphere into a three-dimensional grid, with each tiny box representing a specific area of air. By calculating how conditions change in each box, the models can build a detailed picture of future weather patterns, including the movement of snowstorms and cold fronts. However, the further out we try to forecast, the more uncertainty creeps in. Small changes in the atmosphere can lead to big differences in the weather days or weeks later, making long-range predictions especially challenging. To address this, meteorologists use what's called ensemble forecasting. This means running the same model many times, each with slightly different starting conditions. By comparing these runs, we can see a range of possible outcomes and better understand the level of uncertainty in the forecast. If most of the model runs point to the same scenario, like a major snowstorm or a period of mild weather, our confidence in that forecast increases. When the runs disagree, it signals that the future is less certain and we need to be prepared for a wider range of possibilities. This ensemble approach helps meteorologists identify the most likely scenarios for the coming winter. Whether it's a season of heavy snow, bitter cold, or unexpected warmth, it's a way to sift through the noise and focus on what's most probable. Ultimately, the goal of atmospheric modeling is to narrow down the range of possible weather outcomes. By doing so, we help you make informed decisions, whether it's preparing your home for a winter storm, planning travel, or simply knowing when to bundle up. With better forecasts, you can face the winter with greater confidence and peace of mind.
So, what are the models saying for this winter? The consensus? A colder, snowier than average season for much of the US, especially the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast. Models show a wavy jet stream, allowing Arctic air to dive south repeatedly. This setup means more frequent cold snaps and a higher chance of major snowstorms, especially along the East Coast and Great Lakes. It's a seasonal outlook, expect ups and downs, but the dominant theme is cold and stormy. The signals are strong enough to take seriously. Now is the time to prepare for a potentially long, harsh winter. The polar vortex isn't a monster, it's a normal part of our atmosphere, a pool of cold air over the poles. Trouble starts when it weakens or gets disrupted, letting Arctic air spill south. This year, models show a higher chance of stratospheric warming events that can destabilize the vortex. When that happens, the jet stream becomes wavy, opening the door for repeated cold outbreaks. This is the classic setup for severe winter weather in the central and eastern US. It's not just one cold front, it's a pattern that reloads the cold again and again. The polar vortex is the engine behind this, and this year it looks unstable. That's why we're watching it closely. What does a severe winter mean for your daily life? Expect more hazardous travel, longer commutes, more closures, and flight delays. Colder temperatures mean higher heating bills and more strain on the power grid. Be ready for possible outages. Have a plan to stay warm without electricity. Health risks rise. Frostbite, hypothermia, and heart strain from shoveling. More time indoors can also mean faster spread of illnesses. Severe storms can isolate neighborhoods and slow emergency response. Stock up on supplies to last several days. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those living alone. Community support is crucial during major winter events. Preparation now makes all the difference. To understand this winter, let's look back. The winter of 2013-2014 saw repeated Arctic outbreaks and record cold, similar to what models suggest now. The late 1970s brought legendary cold and snow, driven by the same disrupted polar patterns. These past events show what's possible when the atmosphere lines up just right. No two winters are identical, but the current setup isn't unprecedented. Historical analogs remind us to take this forecast seriously. The pattern has brought major impacts before. Preparation is key to weathering what could be a memorable season. Knowing a severe winter is on the horizon is one thing. Being truly prepared is another. When the forecast warns of snow, ice, and freezing temperatures, it's time to take action, not just hope for the best. Preparation can make all the difference between comfort and chaos. Start with your home. Inspect your insulation, attics, basements, and walls. Seal up any leaks or drafts around windows and doors to keep the cold air out and the warmth in. Even small gaps can let in a surprising amount of chill, so use weather stripping or caulk where needed. Anticipate higher heating bills and budget accordingly. Next, assemble an emergency kit. Make sure you have flashlights, extra batteries, and a battery-powered radio in case the power goes out and you need to stay informed.
Stock up on non-perishable food items and plenty of bottled water. Enough to last your family at least 3 days. Don't forget pet food if you have animals. Gather warm blankets, sleeping bags, and any necessary medications, including backups for prescriptions. Keep these supplies in an easily accessible spot. If you have a fireplace or wood stove, make sure it's clean and safe to use. Have your chimney inspected and cleaned if needed. Stock up on dry firewood and kindling, storing it somewhere dry and easy to reach, so you're not caught off guard if the power fails. Prepare your car for winter emergencies. Place a sturdy snow shovel, ice melt, and a small bag of sand or kitty litter in your trunk for traction if you get stuck. Keep an ice scraper, jumper cables, and a set of warm clothes, gloves, and hats in your vehicle. A blanket and some snacks can be lifesavers if you're stranded. Always keep your gas tank at least half full to prevent fuel lines from freezing and to ensure you can run the engine for heat if needed. Get your vehicle serviced before the first storm. Check the battery, tires, and antifreeze. At home, make a family emergency plan. Decide how you'll communicate, where you'll meet if separated, and review what to do if the power goes out. Practice your plans so everyone knows their role. Keep candles and flashlights handy for power outages, but use candles safely to avoid fire hazards. Sign up for local weather alerts on your phone or radio. Stay informed about changing conditions and warnings so you can act quickly if needed. Taking these steps gives you peace of mind and real protection. You'll be able to relax, knowing you've done everything possible to keep your family safe and comfortable. Don't wait for the first flakes to fall. Get ready now, before the rush for supplies begins. Early preparation means you won't be caught off guard. Remember, preparation is your best defense against winter's worst. Check off each item on your list and review it with your family. Stay ahead of the storm, and you'll weather whatever winter brings with confidence and calm. When a winter storm hits, stay informed. Monitor trusted weather sources for updates. Know the difference between a watch and a warning, and avoid travel if possible. If you must drive, tell someone your route and arrival time. If stranded, stay in your car, run the engine occasionally, and keep the exhaust clear. At home, never use stoves or grills for heat. Carbon monoxide is deadly. Use generators only outdoors, away from windows. Shovel snow carefully. Take breaks and watch for signs of strain. Dress in layers to stay warm and dry. Check on vulnerable neighbors and offer help if you can. Community support can make all the difference. Simple acts of kindness save lives. Stay safe, stay connected. Here's the bottom line. Models point to a colder, stormier winter for much of the country. Expect frequent Arctic outbreaks, major snow and ice events, and real-world impacts on travel, budgets, and health. This pattern is similar to some of the most severe winters in recent memory. Don't wait. Prepare your home, car, and emergency kit now. Make a family plan and stay informed. Weather is powerful, but preparation gives you control. We'll keep you updated as the season unfolds. The science is clear. Get ready for a winter that could make history. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll get through it together. Winter is coming. Let's face it with confidence.